Hey, what's up, MotoFam? We are back with another Moto-Dad moment, and I'm super excited about this one because today we are unwrapping a brand new set of Alpinestars Tech 10s, so stay tuned. So the first thing I have to answer is why Alpinestars and why the Tech 10, and that is a good question. Here's the reason why I'm going with the Tech 10 in this next riding season. Number one, I've ridden Alpinestars, Fox, and CD boots, and I have never ridden with a Tech 10 before. There's one thing that's extremely important to me when it comes to boots, and that's ankle support. I've rolled an ankle on the track before, and trust me, it can take you out for months depending on the severity. So when it comes to the Alpinestars, the Tech 10 is known notoriously for having amazing ankle support. So let's check and see what that's all about. All right, let's get into this unboxing. Now, before we get into it, let's just think about the price here. These boots do retail for $599.95. There are some cheaper deals here and there, but for the most part, I will tell you it's the price of a good boot. Okay, so Alpinestars, nice box. Love the black and red. I love that they don't change that very much. Now here we go with the actual open. Oh, beautiful, am I right? Okay, so let's get this plastic off. I always love to ride white boots. It's just a thing that I grew up doing, so I always do choose the white boots. So right off the top, we have our footwear care manual that Alpinestars gives you with every set of boots. They always also give a few stickers there. Now let's just take out one of these boots and see what it's all about. So a couple of things that I noticed right off the bat. You know, a lot of boots are going to come with 4 different straps. This one only comes with 3. Now here's the nice part about that, is that it opens up more room and clutters up the boot less, which gives for more opportunity for this boot to move around. There's just less stuff in the way to stop it from moving. Now let's talk about a couple of the features that you'll notice right off the bat. And one of the biggest ones is the toe box. You'll notice that the toe box is extremely small. It's very thin, very good for getting under your levers and manipulating your levers on your feet. Now as we rotate the boot around, let's look at the opposite side. One of the things that a lot of people will notice is the rubber towards the ankle and lower part of the boot, as well as up at the top. A lot of people might note that in older boots there'd be a huge leather portion right here to stop you from getting that heat return inside the boot from the motor, but they've done away with that, and they actually wanted to get away from having so much leather on these boots and give them materials like this rubberized material here that actually gives you more grip against your bike. All right, so as we rotate the boot towards the back, there's 2 major things that we want to look at here. Number one, you're going to start to notice the air ventilation ports here. Now, this isn't a ventilated boot, but they are trying to get some sort of airflow through the boot. One of the biggest things you'll see is this portion here. Now this is probably the first flagship portion of the Alpinestars Tech 10 that tells you how much ankle support that it has. Now this portion does one of 2 things from what I've been reading on a lot of forums. One, it stops with overextension or hyperextension of your foot while going and getting flexion in your ankle. That's when the toe and foot move up as the top portion of the boot on your leg stays straight. So now let's take a moment to open up the boot and look on the inside. As I unstrap the clips and get into the inside of the boot, there's one thing that I'm noticing that I really am liking about this boot. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to adjust this upper clip and how hard it's been to try and get it adjusted, but because this top portion is no longer a part of the inner boot, super easy to adjust, super easy to change out, and I think that's a great addition for that boot. Now let's get into the bread and the butter of the Alpinestars Tech 10. This is the inner ankle brace. Now, there have been a lot of models of the Tech 10 with a lot of different versions, but this one is different than others for a few reasons. One, this rear ankle guard does have a lot more ventilation towards the bottom, trying to help your feet stay a little bit cooler, as well as throughout the boot. Number 2, you'll notice that the actual brace is a floating brace. It actually moves around, which is nice because that allows your ankle and your body to move just a little bit easier. It's just loose enough to allow for minor adjustment while you're riding. Last but not least, what stands out to me is the ergonomic shape of the ankle brace. The first few versions of the Tech 10 literally just had a straight piece of plastic that went down the side. Then they started to cup them. This one, on the other hand, is actually warped in such a way that your ankle fits perfectly on the inside. And you can actually see that the gaps between the two would be filled up when your ankle got inside. Great protection. Well, there you have it, guys. It's a quick breakdown of the Alpinestars Tech 10. Now, I'm going to be riding these in the next couple weeks, and I'll be sure to give you guys an update on how I actually feel when they ride. But overall, I'm extremely impressed at how it's looking. Cannot wait to get out on the bike with these. Well, MotoFam, that was a quick breakdown of the things that I think were really stand out about the Alpinestars Tech 10. Now, obviously, I haven't ridden these boots, but I cannot wait to take these out to the track and see what they're all about. Be sure that you're subscribed because we will definitely have a part 2 on this after I get a few rides on these. We'll see you on the next one, MotoFam. Later.